everyone needs seller financing. This was like just not very long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a 3% mortgage on it. And I thought, and part of the mortgage was 0%.
Oh, wow.
Love it.
Okay, so it was
Yeah.
a great deal. And I could have cash flowed, and what I was going to do is try to like wrap it for 7 or 8%.
Mm-hmm.
You know, take the 5%.
Take the
I don't have to be a
5%,
landlord
yep.
or anything. And I marketed that way. It was the weirdest thing. I didn't get any bites on it. So I thought, well, that's weird. Let's just throw it on the market as retail,
Mm-hmm.
because I did some cleanup and fix up on it, and sold it for that and made great money on it. But they didn't take over the mortgage. So I lost this great underlying mortgage.
Right.
But I didn't want to just rent it, because I just kind of cleaned it up and is a little higher end than I would normally do for rental.
Okay.
So sometimes, it just depends. But you always want to know you have multiple exit strategies, right? So if you're buying something, you don't want to say, the only thing I'm thinking is wrap. No, I was thinking a wrap, but I knew I could also sell it outright.
Mm-hmm.
I could rent it.
Yep.
Make
So
sure
it's-
you've got multiple choices.
Like you said, it's those options are important, and as you become a more savvy real estate investor, you start to see the multiple options,
Yes.
in one deal versus just always trying to use that hammer. Hey, wholesale it, fix it, flip it,
Right.
or throw it on the market. You have those multiple exit strategies. One of the things that I said that everybody should have picked up on, right, is when you go into those conversations, one, you listen. And one of the things that I always teach our acquisition people is you're a partner with that seller until that transaction closes. So it's always being transparent,
You are.
telling them what's going on. Hey, we're partnering this deal. This is where we're at. And one of the things that you said was they didn't want the extra money. He didn't want the extra
Right.
$50,000 that you could have got him, because the situation was more important than the money. And sometimes, guys, as you listening, you'll start to understand that the money is not the end all be all.
Right. Not always.
Yep.
And usually in most motivated sellers cases, it's not
It's
really.
not. Yep.
Well, otherwise, why would they know they're walking away from money?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I told them exactly how much I could sell it for.
It's the quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in their shoes, right? We're not walking in their shoes at that moment. It used to be so hard for me to believe, like, who would be, that's why I said, when I used to do always lease options, and then I had a friend who always did sub twos. He said, Wendy, why don't you get the deed? And I go, my sellers are too smart for that. They would never give me the deed. And he goes, oh, you think it's about being smart? And I was like, well, yeah, because no one would actually give you the deed.
Mm-hmm.
You assumed.
I assumed.
Mm-hmm.
And I took that as,
Yeah.
But you never know what someone's going to do or why they do it. People
True.
do the craziest things. I mean, I've had it's been years, like, you have crazy things that happen that people do. And you're like, why did they just give me that for that?
Yeah.
Knowing, because I'm not the person who's going to say, I'm going to try to find 50 deals this week.
Right.
No, I just want good deals.
One good deal.
And you know what?
that'll work.
If they don't work out,
Good
it's okay too.
deals.
I'm not going to stress over
Yeah.
it. And I think they feel that, that I don't have to have their deal to live on.